What's up, Tigers? We're here in the strength and conditioning facility, and I have one of TSU's top throwers with me, Mr. Jalen Walker. Thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about, we were just chatting about how far of a drive where you're from is, and that's Phoenix, Arizona. It's like a 16-hour drive, and you done drove it a couple times. But let's talk about how TSU even came up on your map.
Okay, so yeah, I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona. I left Phoenix, Arizona to go to school in Jackson, Mississippi at Jackson State for my first year. I liked the school. The track program wasn't what I wanted, so I decided to enter the portal. And I ended up here. I talked to Coach Duncan and Coach K, and the plan they had for me, like, set out for me, seemed like the one for me, so I just went ahead and came to TSU.
Now, you got here, you're breaking records, you've broken 2 already. Just talk about how that feels to come in, and do what you said you were going to do.
It feels good because I've always known, the stuff I pray for at night, I'm gonna do this, positive reaffirmation every day. I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm capable of. Just going past what I know I can do. So it's pretty easy. I got a good training staff around me, so it was easy for me to adapt and do what I said I was gonna do.
Now, on the side where you're from, HBCUs is not very common. Talk about how that became an option that you decided to come to HBCU.
Honestly, I didn't know about an HBCU really. Where I'm from, you're trying to go to ASU, Washington, Oregon, the Pac-12 schools. Where I'm from, that's the big goal, is Pac-12. So figuring out about HBCUs is different because I got the offer and I never heard of Jackson State. I never heard of HBCUs just because geographically we have none where I'm from. So I started looking into them, the history behind them, and it kind of just became something that I fell in love with the idea of going to HBCU, and then I made that my reality.
And so being somewhere where you've never heard of, but you're nationally ranked 18th, right?
Yeah.
So talk about how, what that told you about coming to an HBCU and you're still nationally ranked. You're somewhere where you never heard of and you're still known on a national scale.
It doesn't matter where you're at. It matters what you're doing. When you get out of bed every morning, do you have a set plan? Do you have a set goal to be where you want to be? It's all about being the bigger and the better person at that time. That's what I feel like I am. I work, and then I come and I show up. So it don't matter where you're at. Obviously it helps to have good people around you. Like I said, I have a good coaching staff. Very blessed to have the coaching staff I do. So it just happens that they're here at the same time I am. So we might as well make something of it,
Well, let's talk about kind of your campus life and academically what you're majoring in and kind of what you plan on doing with that.
I'm a business management major. After I graduate, there's no really set plan on what kind of job I want to work, but I know the end goal is I want a storefront. I want to sell coffee and have clothes, coffee and clothes, something like that, just because I feel like that's a big thing for me, what I do. I like coffee and I like dressing. So that's what I plan to do after school.
Who got you drinking coffee?
My mom. My mom works at Dutch Bros currently, so she's always been a coffee drinker, and in her free time now, she just goes to work. So it inspired me. Something she like about coffee that much. I need to see what's happening. So I like black coffee to be 100. I don't really like all the sweeteners. If I go sweeteners, I'm gonna go teas and stuff. I'd rather just my coffee straight black.
I know that you're probably going to be like a track Hall of Famer here one day. Now, when the track coaches are speaking of you, when the kids come behind them, they're like, yes, Jalen Walker, he's that guy, this is how I need y'all to grow. How do you think that's going to make you feel to be somebody that kids that want to come here look up to?
I hope they want to come here and beat me. I want to be that old head that talk about my record and got broke. That's the things I want, I want to be dang, I had that record and it got broke. That's the end goal of it already. I want people to learn from me, to come here, and if that's what they know, and that's what they know, I'm happy that they know who is in front of them, because I wish I knew who was in front of me here, so I can control them. But I guess it's just me.
You wrap up your time here at Texas Southern. What do you want the people to remember about you?
That's a hard question. Just who I was, just a hard worker, very cool. Whenever I see anybody, I would try to speak. I try to be cool, down to earth, because I just would want people to be like that with me and my kids one day, and my people. So just a good person, God-fearing. It's an example that it don't matter where you're at, what you're doing, you can make it out too.